Asante Siboy. Aye, manze, name any crime that you can think of in this country. You will find them amongst the people that are clapping up with Ruto. Rape. We know someone who's always on TV.
I don't know if you were there in the space when someone called him an ICC alumni.
Me naambia, call anyone, call any crime, capital crime, murder, Didmus Baraza. Tuendelee, like wote wako hapo ndo wana clap hapo nyuma.
But Wanyama, did you see the ICC proceedings? Kenyans were busy on the comment section saying, hey, Bana, you need to take back your customer. You have a customer in Kenya, you need to pick him. Did you guys see that thing? There's a screenshot going around. Did you guys see the ICC proceedings and Kenyans were busy typing on the comment section? Hey, Bana, come for your customer. He's rotting in Kenya. Come for your customer. Chukweni customer wenyu, Bana.
Wah, okay. Tuendelee. Kenyan G. If I could come back to the rest. Kenyan German lady. Okay. The German Kenyan.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're listening from. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Now, I'm so pissed off. I'm just really pissed off. And there's some people, one or two people who are like, oh, fake accent, whatever. I must tell them that I've lived in Germany for over 2 decades, okay? So you can get mad. It's not about the accent. This is bigger. It's bigger than everything. What William Ruto did today, and excuse me, because I'm just really pissed off. What he did was to ignore sentiments of the people and lie like he's done historically. I would like you to know there are 43.8 million unemployed Germans. 43.8. Now ask yourselves, if there are 43.8 unemployed Germans who speak the German language, which is actually a requirement for you to get a sustainable job, unless you're working in something like technology, where you can speak English, you can speak whatever language, but English is a necessity. Even those who are working in the IT industry, they come and go to the technical universities in Germany, and they can do that in the English language. But a requirement is for you to speak German so that you can be as successful as your counterparts. And if that's not the case, you will never earn as much as they're earning. So William Ruto saying he's the one who negotiated deals for people to go out of the country. If there are 43.8 unemployed Germans who speak the language, not getting jobs, what is it? Has he ever had racism? They prioritize their own first. So if you do not speak the language and then you're black, what does he think? He should stop lying. What William Ruto has done to date is to give jobs to people like Charlene Ruto, who are really just not competent in anything. All his children have been rewarded. His sons-in-law have been rewarded with governmental positions. He constantly rewards his confidants. People like David D. Shame on you, David D. I know you're going to listen to this conversation, but most of us supported you because we believe you're going to implement change. You get into a position of your nomination and you start insulting Kenyans, really in the worst terms possible. You all don't care about what Kenyans are going through, and you are not believable. We don't believe you. Now, I would like to, please, I'm not going to be long. I urge Kenyans, please carry on. Some of you have never even heard of Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female prime minister of the UK from 1979 to 1990. After the poll tax was implemented, the British protested consistently, and she was never heard about again. And I want to say, those who are being abducted, what Ruto is going to do, saying, we would like to talk to the younger generation, they will invite the hungry for a meal, and then your legacy, the one you've worked for, is going to be destroyed. So do not relent, do not give in, please. Don't accept any envelopes. They will offer you 1 million, then they will offer you 10 million Kenyan shillings. I tell you, one hospital bill is enough to finish those pennies they're offering you. You would destroy your family. You would destroy the legacy of your family, and you would go down if you don't accept that money, because they're putting pressure on people. They're abducting people, and I know like especially with influencers. What was he talking about creating jobs for those who work in technology, the internet? Why is it talking? He is the one who's imposing taxes on artists. How can he impose taxes on artists and say we are creating jobs for those who work in media? I mean, on the internet. He is the first person who said they should tax artists. People, the Gen Z, coming up with their own ways of earning money on YouTube or whatever, are supposed to be taxed through William Ruto. He represents the interests of the West, and I would like to tell the West once again, disappear from Africa. We do not want you. We are not South Africa. We will chase you away, trust me. Because now diaspora and Africans on the African continent are working together, and we have never been welcomed on the continent. And just like we will never be European, you will never be African. So thinking that William Ruto is inviting you and that you're welcome on our continent, please just wrap that rubbish down. What is the difference between my euro and those investors' euros? What is the difference? The reason Ruto is not trying to attract diasporans is because he knows we will challenge everything. The investors, he's killing people on behalf of those delegates he sat with at State House while people were protesting and dying on the streets. He's killing Kenyans on behalf of the West. And I'm tired of that bullshit. He needs to step down. Him and his entire regime, it needs an overhaul. If Kenyans stop protesting, then all cabinet ministers have to have resigned from their jobs. All those who voted yes on this bill must leave. Until then, the protests have to continue. The momentum has to. And I want to urge you, please, when you go to protest, because I've organized very large protests myself, write down your number. Write down your number on a piece of paper. Write your name and number on a piece of paper. The police normally shoot in Kenya and then they run away. So people will find you. If you're arrested, please shout your name. People, so that we know. People are recording. Please charge your phones before you go to a protest. And those who are saying, and I really, the idea of going in t-shirts is a brilliant idea. I also suggested that, but you can do that in a democracy. You cannot do that in a dictatorship like William Ruto's. You can't, because then you make yourself a target. Until peace is there, if you wear one color of t-shirt, you're automatically making yourself a target, and these people are going to kill, because that is what William Ruto said yesterday on his speech, which he shouldn't have held, and today's speech was even more embarrassing, telling people that he has commanded that every protester or those who are, against trying to disrupt the rule of law should be killed. He actually told police, he gave them permission to go and kill people. And here he is, the hypocrite. That is the West. That is the United States, Germany, France, Spain, the neo-colonialists speaking through Ruto. And we hate those motherfuckers. I'm sorry, Ruto, you're a bitch. You've lost credibility. Disappear. We will come for you. We will come for you, because we will bring our euros and dollars and then let them compete with us, because we will question you. Asshole. Sorry.
I'll have to let you land on that. There are people who their anger will calm down, and I want them to express it. Six, where are you? Six. Every time. Six.